Our Hood News Peep from Brookshire, Texas, who went out to help search for missing pregnant woman from San Antonio, Savanah Soto, has the following to say. He's already had to travel back home.
So today's December 25th, approximately about 8:19. I just left San Antonio. I made it here in between here at a Buc-ee's to get gas so I can make it back to Brookshire, to my city. I came out here on Christmas Eve because of what I saw on Grizzly's page about the family of Savanah Soto and Matthew Weddle. I believe that's how I pronounce his last name. Went out there and once I got to San Antonio, I reached out to Grizzly to get me the contact so I can start, trying to help the family get some kind of answers. When I got there, talked to some of the family members that evening, met with the father, Pete Pedro, Savannah's father, was at the residence where she come up missing. Talked to a bunch of neighbors, knocked on doors, got ring camera videos that people would actually let me have, because some people won't give them to you if you're not a police officer. I am not licensed by the state. I am not a PI. I just run with it. In the process, I come about Matthew being very abusive to Savannah. He's 22, she's 18. I think they were dating since she was 15, and she was a minor. I've talked to her brothers. She's got like 7 brothers, and I talked to his brothers as well, or one of his brothers, and they were adamant about he didn't have anything to do with it. That they were both missing. There was I believe it was a trump card thrown into it about a Cadillac. They were walked into a Cadillac, and possibility they could have been kidnapped, right? I don't believe that to have any merit at all. I believe that Matthew needs to be found. I believe his vehicle, the 2013 Optimal, needs to be found. A gray color. It just got with black rims, right? The timeline, when they come up missing, it's kind of sketchy. Saturday is when some of the family went there. They actually, the mother and then walked into the apartment, and they witnessed guns, they witnessed weed, they witnessed cash there, and they knew what he did, right? So they locked the apartment up and they left, thinking that they were probably at a hotel, because they used to live in hotels before they stayed there. And thinking, they were just gonna go do something, spend some time, relax, not be at home, because all the traffic that was there because of what he was doing on the side. And there was complaints about him there about 3 months prior, is what I was told. But and this is just all me. It's nothing official. It's just my opinion, my thing that I come across, right? Today took a big turn. Jason Mancina, the investigator, wasn't even at work today. So I don't know. I reached out to a lot of people and made some calls, even though it was Christmas. And I don't know if it was my call or someone else, but I'll find out, because I'll follow through tomorrow, right? And see. But all of a sudden, Jason's at work, the investigator. All of a sudden, we get different patrol cars coming to check the welfare checks. They did one, they did another one, and they came back again asking more questions, and next thing you know, 3 or 4 police cars come. Then comes a light where there's more information that Matthew's father, after Gloria and her sons left and locked the apartment at 1 o'clock, that in between the time that the police came, he kicked the door down and went in and supposedly took the stuff that was in there, right? And then the police came, and then of course he said, hey, I did kick the door down because I was in fear that something would happen to my son Matthew. That's why I did it. but there was nothing about, said about the other stuff that I'm saying, right? So it's hearsay, she say stuff to the police. But I believe it's because I've been told this by family members, and I have to, believe them from what they tell me, right? They're sincere. And then, all the Soto family is looking. They're trying to do the best they can to get on any kind of news thing. I understand that, Matthew's family, they feel like they've been jabbed on because of what he did to Savanah, as far as, beating her and stuff like that. I've even got videos showing me, because they were like, here, Albert, this is what you need to see so we can prove to you that it's real. And I like, oh my, very graphic. It was at a different apartment complex before they moved there, and that's why they got kicked out of there, because of the way he was. There's nothing said in concrete, but my opinion, my experience with that, I believe Matthew's, at least in my heart, I believe Matthew's my person of interest, right? I let the authorities figure that on their own, because as I was leaving, the news media and stuff were doing their thing, and they asked the family to come up to the police station and give more statements, more thorough statements at the police station, right? So I believe that everything took a turn. Plus, alert that they put out today as well is going to help. There is a bolo out there, so anything, if anyone comes across that car throughout the state, throughout wherever, it's going to come up. I believe that he's in the greater San Antonio area still, and I think it's just a matter of time. That's my opinion. That's Albert Flores' opinion. That's not the police department or anything else. That's just what the footwork that I did, the way I feel about it, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'm optimistic, but that's what I believe right now. So hoping there'll be a conclusion here, between here and the weekend. If not, then I wouldn't mind coming back here and trying to figure out, getting more information. Made a lot of contacts here. They brought me a plate of food from their Christmas dinner and some cookies, and I'm grateful for that. But I just wish I could have did more. I wish I could have actually had a conclusion on this one. But I have to get back tomorrow, back to work, my regular job. I enjoy the people that actually, the peeps that have been sending me messages, direct messages, helping me out with things, sending me information, cross-referencing this, cross-referencing that, send me a plate and stuff like that. It really helps. And I think we all come together, paying it forward, shouldn't be nothing, shouldn't be in a guilt trip or nothing. And I know, we're not perfect. I know I'm not perfect. I know that probably, with this video and people seeing it, there was some naysayers. Well, he's assuming, he's putting this out there. He's not. Well, you know what? It's my opinion. It's how I feel about it. This is what I think. I strongly think. And I had to sleep on it that night, right? But we'll see how it goes. We'll pay attention to this, and hopefully, there'll be an outcome, and hopefully there's a better outcome. There's a positive. There'll be a light at the end, right? But with all that being said, I went over a couple minutes that I was supposed to, but God bless, the family, prayers to the family, and always, we always, wanting the best to come out in people, right? And as far as us coming together, unity, most of all love and forgiveness. But again, we have to be accountable for what we do, and accountability is something that we have to stand on, period.